Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag.
The drills had shown us adding top-tier talent was only one part of the formula. We still had work to do. We were under the microscope, and I'd have to maintain my confidence if we were going to make a good showing at our first regular season game.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for Deontay.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So here we are, Charles, the dawn of a new season, and you start looking around at teams that you might think are Super Bowl worthy. I think the discussion begins and ends really with this crew right here, because they're putting together quite an assortment of talent on offense.
And I'm starting to wonder a little bit, partner, is this team playing a little bit of possum right now? In other words, not trying to show everything they've got too early, because they let us watch a few practices, and they look a little sloppy to me. I wonder if they're a team that feels like they've already arrived and they can just turn it on when the season begins, because, let's face it, it's an embarrassment of riches in terms of talent. So can they put it all together? Can the chemistry develop, and will they be ready to go when the season begins? They got to pick up the pace in practice from what I've seen.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. They still can't get him. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Falcons have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. 1st drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of.
And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside it. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 32 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Atlanta, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it?
We were all riding high after the win. Back in the locker room, I checked my phone and saw tons of rumors about players who wanted to be traded to our team. I figured it couldn't hurt to mention it to the assistant GM, and sure enough, when I brought it up, he was more than receptive.
Didn't your offense have a nickname that year? What was it?
Our backup QB called us the Showgoats. I think he grew up on a farm somewhere. Still, it matched our aspirations and wasn't that bad. Time was tight. We had an autograph signing in just a few hours, but I wanted to make sure I got enough work in with the new guys. The practice seemed to fly by. We all left the field feeling pretty pumped for our next game together.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll set up to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So this offense, Charles, we've heard of teams acquiring nicknames. You think about maybe the Legion of Boom or the Greatest Show on Turf, the Monsters of the Midway. Well, this offense has a nickname now as well. They wish to be known as the Showgoats. Your thoughts?
I'm actually intrigued by this one because I think, and I'm trying to play along here and make sure I've got it right, when we say GOATs, they mean like the acronym for greatest of all time, right? GOAT with all the periods in between. That's pretty chesty, isn't it? That's putting it all out there. But as they say, it ain't bragging. If you can do it, all they've got to do is continue to show it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10.
You know, Charles, this offense, you and I talked about it off air, but they already had a lot of weapons. But since we last saw them, they've added another piece to the puzzle. Is it possible, though, that maybe at some point you make too many moves, you tinker a little too much?
It's possible. There's no doubt about that, because sometimes you can look at it, have it almost perfected, and say, let's add one more, and it doesn't quite work out. That means you've got to know who you're bringing in, and you have to know your locker room and how they're going to gel together and find a way to make it work. And right now, it's working really well for this crew.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tight.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Quarterback sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Steps away to his left, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. We just saw
for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, they're thinking to themselves, I bet halftime is really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
It had been a long journey just to get to this point, and with every step, the stakes were raised. The press wanted to gauge our confidence level. As I stepped away from the mic, I knew the next time we stepped onto the field would determine whether we kept going or vanished forever.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So, CD, the playoffs are here and all the excitement that goes along with the month of January. And for this offense, let's be frank, they really feel like they're the team to beat.
And they should feel that way. This team should be uber confident about their abilities to go on a big run here in the playoffs because, let's face it, this is one of the most talented teams in the league. They've assembled talent from the offseason, in the draft, during the season. They've brought in great parts to add to their team. Now it's time to see if they've grown together as a team, and are they more than just the sum of their parts? Are they finally a unit that can do some damage in the playoffs?
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing run. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Nice caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Gurley, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go play action here on first down. And the crossing route complete. It's Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down Falcons. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The throw over the middle, taken in. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
1-yard line.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
He was tackled at the 27 line.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed.
Fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now it's Gurley. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
First down line at the 34 here on third down. Airing it out, looking for Rip. This is caught inside the 15. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Deontay Harris. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.